Welcome to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, and I am the Loner Ranger. What an amazing weekend following Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Had some great time with the family. I can tell you I ate too many mashed potatoes. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know about you, but I just love those sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on it. They are so good. I think the gravy is definitely something that I got to get with my cardiologist and see if he can add that to my dietary regime, because it sure does make me feel good. But it also helps with my sleep patterns too, because boy, you eat that stuff, you're just out, okay? I don't know. Maybe it's the tryptophan. Who knows? Well, this is a radio show about how to buy a home, how to sell a home, how to get the best interest rate, what's the best loan program for you, how does your credit work, how can your credit score impact your interest rate. We talk about all that on this show. We talk about whether you should put 20% down versus putting minimal down when it comes to buying a home. Which one do you think is better? I can tell you one thing right now. There's a lot of facts out there that people don't know about. There's a lot of myths that people believe in. And I'm going to tell you something. I will dispel your myths when it comes to financing any real estate transaction, at least in terms of residential real estate. Don't do a lot of commercial loans. Don't do land loans. Anything else you can think of, I do it. Construction loans, jumbo loans. My jumbo loans are unbelievable. These are the programs that I help people get into. VA, first-time home buyer programs, move-up programs, helping people invest in real estate. Oh, by the way, you want to invest in real estate? I am having the last class of the year that I'll be holding. It will be a Zoom meeting on December the 1st at 6 p.m. You must go to WeBringYouHome.com and register for that class in advance. There is no reason that anybody that is in real estate, thinking about buying real estate or thinking about investing in additional real estate, should ever miss this class. It is a class that I share with you all of the things that help me build wealth and set up my retirement by utilizing real estate. And the great thing about real estate and the way that I have set up this Leapfrog program for you is that other people are going to put the money in your bank account for you. You're just going to reap the benefits from it when you retire. If you're interested in that class, you must go to WeBringYouHome.com and register. If you know anybody that's renting a home right now, get them into that class. This year, it's free of charge. Next year, I'm going to start charging for my class. I'm seeing my other competitors that are teaching home buyer classes, and those are pie in the sky. Those are dreams. You can't even really do the most of the stuff that these classes teach you. And these weekends that you're paying $700, $1,500 for a weekend class, come to my class, an hour and 15 minutes. If you don't completely understand the easiest and best way to buy a home and how to save the most money and make the most money, I'll refund your money. That's just it. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's going to be December 1st. I've got limited seats available, but I still have a couple left. If you are a country music fan, I am the proud sponsor of the K92.3 All-Star Jam on December the 10th. And I'm going to tell you something, it's going to be a big event. And as fate would have it, I just have a couple of tickets that I might have to give away to some of my favorite folks out there. So if you're a loyal listener of mine, if I'm helping you with a mortgage, if you're interested in a mortgage, give me a call. I might even be able to throw in a ticket or two for you. Call me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or text All-Star Jam to my cell phone. That's All-Star Jam to my cell phone, and we'll see what we can do to help you out there as well. Let's see what else is going on in the news. Homestead Exemption. If you bought a home this year, don't forget to file Homestead Exemption. You know, I met with a client this week in my office. Yes, that's right. I still meet with people in my office. Met with this guy, beautiful home, probably a $700,000 house on a lake. And he was coming to me to refinance his home because his payment had just skyrocketed. And I looked at his property taxes. I'm like, what? You don't have homestead exemption. He goes, no, I think I missed that. And I'm like, yeah, you missed it. All right. and it's costing him probably $200 a month in additional payments. Don't miss homestead exemption. It's a short window. If you need help with it and you live in any of the following counties, my website will direct you directly to how you can file for homestead exemption for like Lake Orange, Seminole, Osceola, Brevard, Volusia. I direct you to all of it. Just go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. And I'll send you in the right direction. We certainly don't want you to pay any more money than you have to. And if you're entitled to a homestead exemption, then you should get it. What exactly is a homestead exemption? If you live in a home and it is your primary residence, the state of Florida offers you an exemption for your property taxes on the assessed value. Assessed value is not appraised value. Many people get that confused. The county will assess their value, and whatever the taxes would be based on that value, if you file homestead, they'll reduce that assessed value by $25,000, and you can get a homestead exemption. If you are a veteran, you can oftentimes get some additional deductions off of your taxes. If you are a senior citizen, there may be additional plans available through your county as well. I can guide you in the right direction. Just call me at 407-706-3313 or visit my website at webringyouhome.com. But do not, if you bought a home in 2021 or 2020 for that matter, for the client that I met with today that didn't file exemption, you must file homestead exemption. It's easy and it saves you money and it's free. So don't forget to do that right away. If you're interested in getting into my class, this is a time that you should buck the landlord. I am holding a class on how you can buck your landlord, get out of renting a property, and I'm committed to getting you into a home by New Year's. Now it's cutting it tight, okay? We're cutting it tight. It's the end of November. We got 1 month with a holiday in the middle to close you on a transaction, but I can do it. If you do not have a real estate agent that's super aggressive and will negotiate like a crazy person for you, you call me, I'll connect you with the right real estate agent. I know the good ones, I know the average ones, and I know the not so good ones. If you're interested in a good referral, there's no compensation for me. I don't charge the real estate agent a commission to refer a transaction over to them. I want to make sure that you're connected with the right people. Who do most people choose as a real estate agent? Their sister-in-law, their brother-in-law, their neighbor, the person that's got a sign in the yard a couple houses down from them. You don't vet that person. What do you think the most important thing in hiring a real estate agent is? Honestly. Like when I ask my clients that question, they go, oh, I don't know, maybe communication. Okay, communication is a basic job skill. If you don't have communication, get out of the business. Get out of the business. Any service business, just get out of it. Stay at home. Do something online where you don't have to talk to people. Communication is a basic necessity, and I'm finding that service levels in communication have gone downhill. But every real estate agent should have good communication skills and adapt their communication strategy to the client, not to them. If the client likes text, then text. If the client likes email, then email. If the client likes phone call, then call them regularly. If the client likes to meet in person, then make arrangements to meet in person. It's about you. It's not about us. Now, again, I digress. You're interested in a good real estate agent? I'll connect you with real estate agents that not only will negotiate on your behalf, but they'll fight for closing costs as well. And many of my real estate agents that are part of my program give an incentive. They actually give you part of their commission back to help offset or defray some closing costs as well. It's really a no-brainer for you. So don't choose the relative, because here's what happens. You choose a relative because you feel obligated, and then you're sitting across the Thanksgiving turkey from them, looking at them, and you're like, you screwed up my real estate deal. I really wanted that house, and you didn't negotiate hard enough for me. Or you lost the deal. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. I see so many folks out there that are negotiating real estate transactions that don't get chosen as the buyer because they think they weren't the highest offer, and it's just not true. It's not true. My clients become the winning offer on a real estate transaction 70% more often if you go through my Fast Track program, which is a full underwriting approval. Now, here's the benefit of my Fast Track program, just so you know this. Not only does it give you peace of mind because it's a fully approved loan, not a pre-qualified or pre-approved loan. Fully approved. You heard me. Fully approved. The only thing I'm missing is a contract and an appraisal and title insurance. Okay, I can get that in a matter of a week. When you go through my Fast Track program and you're fully approved, I will call the seller or the seller's agent and guarantee that I will close that transaction in 30 days or less. I'm closing many of them in 21 days or less. I can do it. You're fully approved. It will escalate you to the top of the line when it comes to the seller negotiating, but I'm going to go a step further. If you're Fast Track approved with me, I will offer the seller to pay them up to $500 per day for every day that I miss the closing. Okay? Every day that I miss the closing, I will pay the seller. Okay? Now, have I had to do that before? Yes, I've had to do that before. I had to do it one time before. And it wasn't completely because I dropped the ball. It wasn't at all that. It was on a USDA transaction, and nobody informed me that the house was on well. And in order to do a USDA transaction, we had to have a well analysis. And the well analysis in a laboratory took 3 days. I missed the closing by one and ended up paying the seller. But that's my promise. But that's how I help you, my buyer, become first in line when negotiating a transaction. That's why you get the best interest rate from me. That's why you'll get incentives from the real estate agent that I refer you to. It doesn't take rocket science. It's not a trick. It's pretty simple. I set the arrangements. I came up with the program. I align you with the right real estate agent. You close on time. I guarantee that. And you get incentives from the real estate agent. And if you're law enforcement, first responder, or educator, you get additional incentives from us as well on those programs. Just call me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or visit my website at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Pretty easy to remember that website, isn't it? Or just pick up the phone and text me. You can text me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. There, my phone's ringing right now. Got some calls coming in. Listen, by the way, if you need my help today, I have people on call that can help you. I return calls on Mondays because, as you can see, I do the radio show on Saturday with Cleve. I do my radio show today on Sundays. It's a pretty busy week for me because I still work full-time during the week. So that's not a lot of time off for the Lone Ranger. But you're important to me, and I want to make sure that you get your calls answered promptly. So if you're calling on the weekend and you really need an answer right now, or you want to get pre-approved to go out and look at a property, or you want me to connect you with a real estate agent, just text me and say, I need your help now. I'll make sure that either me or one of my qualified licensed loan officers gives you a call right back. Okay. So that's just easy to reach, or text at 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Now, when we get back from this next break, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the finance market, because you guys, you've heard me say this every week. You're going to see rates going up. You're going to see rates going up. Well, we've lost some ground on that and rates have gone up. Okay. And I'm going to share with you why they're going up. What can you expect moving forward in the future? And what can you do to hedge against the rising cost of interest rates? Because it still makes sense to buy. I mean, there's no point in renting. So we're going to show you how you can get ahead of the game and not lose out. Just stay tuned. I'll be back with you in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger radio show. You can call me at 407-706-3313 or text me at that number, or you can visit my website at webringyouhome.com. The Lone Ranger is committed to you. I'm here for you, and I'm going to tell you something. You got a friend in the business, and I mean that sincerely. You come in and meet with me. We are going to get to know each other, and I want to earn your trust. Stick with me. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I am the Loner Ranger. This is a show where we talk about how to save you money when it comes to your real estate transaction. You know, so many people out there are paying too high of interest rates. They should be refinancing. They've missed out on the lowest possible interest rates, but it's still a good time. It's not over yet. It's just getting a little bit higher. So if you have any questions, you want to refinance, you want to talk to me about buying a home, I'm committed to helping you purchase a home. Here's one of my commitments that I'm doing right now. I'm really excited about this. This is Buck Your Landlord, new home by New Year's. Okay, so you want a new home by New Year's? I can help you get into a new home by New Year's. All right, we're the end of November. I still have time. I'll connect you with a real estate agent. I'll make sure that we get you into a home by New Year's. But let's get the process started right now. It's Sunday. It's a good time to go to my website at webringyouhome.com, do the application. There's only two reasons people don't buy a home. They're scared, or they don't think they'll qualify. But nobody goes, you know what? I really like renting. I really love making my landlord rich. I think that it's important that I contribute to my landlord's retirement. Nobody does that. Nobody feels better about renting than they do about buying. Let me help you change that cycle. It's a new year. You can do it now. You've been putting it off for too long. You've got adult children and grandchildren that have been putting it off. Help them out. If you do anything, help them out now. This is the time to do it. Housing is going to get outrageous, and rents are going up faster than the prices of homes. Call me at 407-706-3313 or visit my website at webringyouhome.com. I promised you I'd talk about why interest rates are going up right now. There's a couple of reasons. Our wonderful government has just absolutely screwed the pooch, and we are going to see some hyperinflation. Now, listen, I don't care if you like the president that's in there now or you like the one that was in there before. It was inevitable that we were going to have inflation. But to the extent that we're having it right now with the fuel prices and everything is not called for. And now he's talking about tapping into our emergency reserves, and it's going to lower your gas by, 10 cents, maybe up to 18 cents. It's not going to make a difference. They shut down the pipeline before we have cars and equipment ready for batteries. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. Gradually go into that, Joe. Gradually work your way into it, and we'll be okay. We're all going to have battery cars probably one day in the future, whether I like it or not. I like the sound of my engines, believe me, but it probably will happen at some point. So that's what's causing rates to go up. Also, the Fed has honored its threat on tapering, meaning that they're not buying mortgage-backed securities. You have to realize, folks, that interest rates would have never been as low as they are if it wasn't for the federal government buying mortgage-backed securities. That's why interest rates are down. It's not because it's just the economy. It's because the Fed has been buying mortgage-backed securities. So they've been threatening to taper down, and they've tapered from like $10 billion a month down to now they're at 4, and now they're cutting back from even 4 billion. So it's not enough to sustain it to keep the rates down. Now you got the Federal Reserve. Powell has said, trust me, the first of the year rates are going up. They're going up. They're going to start raising the Fed rate. I believe that's probably going to happen. When, I don't know. But what happens is interest rates don't wait for the Fed to click the button and raise rates and then mortgage rates go up. As soon as they say they're going to do it, they already start going up. That's what happens. That's how the market works. So if you're expecting interest rates to stay low, then I just don't think I think you're going to be disappointed. If you expect that houses are going to pull back in price, you're going to be disappointed. You can't build a house right now for as cheap as you could a year ago. Stay tuned to more of the Loner Ranger Radio Show. I'll give you the facts. Good news, bad news, or indifferent news. You're going to get the facts right here. You can count on me for the real information. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Loner Ranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. I'm the Loner Ranger. Here's a radio show where we're talking about how to save money when you're buying real estate, how to sell real estate, make the most money you possibly can, how to refinance, when's the right time to refinance, how do you save money when refinancing, and most important to me, get into a new home by New Year's. How do we get home buyers into a house by New Year's? Super important that you don't go into 2022 and not own a home. So I brought with me on the show, on the air with me right now, Michael Cooper from Keller Williams. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you, Bruce. Glad to be here.
It's good to have you. So you and I have done lots of transactions together, helped lots of buyers,
Yes,
right?
we have.
You work with buyers and sellers.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it amazing to see what type of market we had during a COVID year?
It was amazing. It was really unexpected.
Did you ever? No, nobody expected that we'd see that. No one expected it, especially me. Like, I made the mistake of laying off a couple people when COVID hit. You think I might have made a little mistake at that one?
Just a little bit.
And then I had to hire back, and it was tough to hire back. But you know what? It was a blessing. I want to talk about buying a home as a first-time home buyer or a move-up, somebody that wants to invest in real estate. So I teach a program called a Leapfrog Program, and that's how individuals can get into real estate and have multiple properties, but not have to put down 20% when they're buying their second, third, fourth, and fifth house. So how do you think you have to do that? It's got to be a primary residence, right?
Right.
So I want to put something in perspective and how important it is that we get as many people out of renting and into buying a home.
Absolutely.
Because right now we're seeing rents go through the roof.
It's incredible.
The rents are going up higher than the prices of houses are going up.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. Oh, it's crazy.
So, and we're not in the business of being property managers, so to speak. We're in the business of helping people make money in real estate.
Absolutely.
So I put together some really simple math. I need simple math, Michael.
I do too.
I got to keep it real simple. So I'm going to use some even numbers. When I say even, they're as even as I can get. Okay?
Remember, Bruce, I'm a realtor. I can only calculate 3%.
Okay, I'm a 10th grade dropout. So, right, when it comes to mixing numbers and letters in the same equation, it doesn't work for me. I got to use either numbers or letters.
I like it.
But not both.
Exactly.
Okay? So let's just say that everybody has done well in the stock market. You didn't need to have a great financial advisor to do well in the stock market in the last couple of years.
Correct.
Would you agree with that?
100%.
Okay. Now, and the prices of houses have gone up record highs for appreciation. Our national average in a typical year would be 3%. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
We're seeing 15, 20, 25, 30% in appreciation.
And that was only in the first 8 months of the year.
So our appreciation has gone through the roof. So if you're in real estate, you're making money.
Yes.
So I want to help encourage other people and put that in perspective. So I saw that the median income actually dropped from 320 to 318 last month.
Right.
Not a big drop.
Nope.
Okay. That's just a pimple. Okay. That's all that was.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But it is significant.
But instead of me using 318 for a number, even though that is an even number, I'm going to just use a $300,000 price. Let's just say we're 300, okay?
Yep.
If you bought a house for $300,000 and you put down 3.5%, that would be your investment. That would be $10,500. I'll do the math for you.
I appreciate that.
Okay? So we have a $10,500 investment on a $300,000 purchase. Okay?
I'm with you.
All right. Now, if that house only went up 3%, not 23%, 3%, it went up by $9,000 in 1 year.
Yes.
Your investment was how much again?
$10,500.
That's an 86% return on your investment. That's a 455% return on your investment in 5 years. I know my stocks did really well. They didn't do that well.
Mine didn't either.
They didn't do that well. So, and that's at 3.
Right.
Okay. You're at a 200% return on your investment if it went up by by 6%.
Right.
It's 200% return on your investment because your investment was still 10.5.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So if it went up 6%, that's what? That's $18,000.
Yep.
That's $18,000. That's a 200% return on your investment. I don't know any better way to make money. Now, it's hard for people that say, I want to be an investor in real estate. So I buy a house. They come to you and they get a house. They put 3.5%, or 5% down their first time home buyer. Okay?
Correct. Yep.
Now they come around and they say to you, they come back in 18 months, 2 years, whatever. I want to buy another house. I want to buy a rental property. And you're saying, okay, rental properties, let's just say they're 300, even though they're really 350. Let's just use even numbers again because my math is good with that.
Again, I appreciate that.
Okay. So, you want to buy a rental property? How much is the down payment on a rental property? What's a typical down payment on an investment property?
20%.
20%. Okay. 20% down. Right. So that's $60,000 down, not $9,000.
Right.
Okay. There's a little difference in that.
It's a spicy meatball.
How hard do you think it can be for the average person that wants to invest in real estate to save $60,000 in 12 to 18 months or even 24 months? That's really hard to do.
Absolutely is.
But you can save $9,000. And if it's 5%, that's only 17.5. I did my math. That's not, so you can save 17.5 easier than you can save 60.
Right. Right.
And if you could save 17.5 every 12 to 24 months, then in 5 years, you could have invested and bought at least 3 properties. In 6 or 7 years, you'd have 5 properties. Now, if you follow my Leapfrog program, I'll show your clients how you can have every one of those properties paid off in 23 years. 5 properties. 5 properties, 23 years. You know the beauty of it all?
What's that?
The only one you have to make a payment on is the one you're living in, not the other ones, because guess who's making the payments on the other ones?
Your renters?
Your tenants. Your tenants are, right?
Yep.
So your tenants are making you rich. And what we're going to do is accelerate house number 1 that you bought as a primary. That then became a rental. House number 2 is your primary. Then that becomes a rental. House number 3 is your primary. All of the profits on each one of your rental properties goes to house 1 until it's paid off. Then they all go to house 2, then the 3, then 4, then 5. 23 years, 5 properties, free and clear. If you do the math, and they only go up by 3% per year, only 3% per year, you'll have $2.5 to $3 million worth of free and clear property. And if you do the math on the rent, and it only goes up 3%, $15,000 to $25,000 a month in rental income. Now, I don't know about you, but I could retire on $15,000 to $25,000 a month.
I think I could make that work.
I think I can make that work too. Listen, if you want a great buyer's agent, somebody that knows the market in Central Florida, Michael Cooper is a great choice. He's not only helped my clients, but he's even helped my own employees.
That's correct.
Right?
Yes.
So you want somebody that'll take care of you. You want somebody that'll negotiate. He will drive around and find that right house for you like a mad taxi driver. Right?
Absolutely.
Mad taxi driver. How do you like that one?
I like it.
Okay. So listen, you want to get a hold of Michael, call me at 407-706-3313. It's 407-706-3313. Or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. You want Michael's direct contact number, write this one down.
407-353-3455.
There you go. Now, if you can't remember that because you're driving the lawnmower right now, you're vacuuming the house, you're taking out the garbage, you're doing some yard work, you're driving around in your Ford F-150, you're going out on the boat, okay? I get it. You can't write it down. But you can remember WeBringYouHome.com.
Absolutely.
That's an easy website to remember.
I love it.
You know what else that website does?
What does it do?
Tells you when my next homebuyer class is on December 1st at 6 p.m. You know how much I charge for my homebuyer class?
$100?
A little less. It's
50.
all down to zero right now.
Okay.
But that's over at the end of this year. It's over. Zoom class, free of charge. Last one of 2021, 6 p.m., December 1st.
I actually worked one of your homebuyer courses, and it was really well worth it.
It was,
Lots
wasn't
of
it?
Great information.
And we have a lot of fun.
You do.
We're not going to go out and hang out together unless we're going to have a little fun.
Right. And it wasn't any kind of hard sell or anything like
It's
that.
not a hard sell.
You gave us all the information.
You know something, Michael? It's funny that
Tell
you
me.
say that because there's something about real estate that I learned a long time ago. You can't hard sell anybody.
No.
Nobody's going to buy. You can't talk somebody into buying a house that they don't want.
Right.
I could sell you a pair of red pumps if you came in for a pair of black ones, but I can't sell you a house that you don't want.
Right.
I can't get you a mortgage you don't want.
Right.
So our business is easy.
It is.
And look at we're selling them. Like your job is even more fun than mine.
It very much is.
Because you get to sell the great schools, the summer kitchen, the nice pool, the backyard that you can keep your dog in, right?
Absolutely.
The extra spare room for your guests to come visit, the beautiful home in the garden on the cul-de-sac, okay? So now, I got to get your mortgage stuff. Maybe some of those people out there, not my average client listening to my show, but some of them might have to get out the old divorce decree, the child support separation agreement, explain some old collections they might have had on there. That's what I get to do.
You got a lot of the hard conversations.
You got the summer kitchen, and I got the old collection, okay? But listen, my team is here. They're experts. Why do you use my team?
Because they've never let me down, not even once.
You know what? Can't beat that endorsement. So listen, you want a great mortgage. You want somebody that's going to take care of you. You want a great real estate agent. Give me a call. We will help you. I want to help more people between today and New Year's Day. I can get them into a mortgage. Do you think you could help them get into a house that fast?
This is a great time to look for houses right now.
It actually is amazing. Matter of fact, if you're considering listing, some people take it off the market during Christmas holidays because they don't want people tromping through the house.
I never understood that, though, because everybody's waiting for the new year, and then all of a sudden there's all these houses on the New Year's. You put it on the market right now, you're the belle of the ball.
Right, and if half the people are taking it off the market, then you've got a better chance on getting your price because there's less houses on the market during the holidays.
Exactly.
So don't wait to list your home. Just call me. I'll connect you with Michael Cooper. He's a great real estate agent. Been in the real estate business for quite some time. Worked for Keller Williams Real Estate. Their company's out of Oviedo, but you work all over Central Florida.
All over Central Florida.
I think you even did something in Haines City or someplace.
I did Haines City, and I just had a listing out in Melbourne.
There you go. All over Central Florida. Michael Cooper, Keller Williams Realty. You can call him at
407-353-3455.
And if you want the Lone Ranger, you just pick up the phone and call me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313, or visit my website at WeBringYouHome.com. I am committed to helping you become a homeowner by 2022. And if you're afraid, or you think your credit doesn't measure up, or you don't have enough cash to close, you're going to have a refund coming up.
Right.
Okay, tax refund in February.
Yep.
Okay, I can have your credit fixed by February when you get your tax refund. Just give me a call. The Lone Ranger, 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger radio show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. And I want to thank my friend Michael Cooper for joining me today.
It's a pleasure, Bruce. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you, and we appreciate you, and happy holidays.
Same to you.
Have a great day.
Yep.
Welcome back to the Lone Ranger radio show. Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. I'm the Lone Ranger. We're hitting the last 5 minutes of the show. And I got to tell you what a beautiful, beautiful weekend we've had. You know, following up Thanksgiving, had some family in town. It's such a great time to reconnect with with family. Thanksgiving is my absolute favorite holiday of all. I find that there's a lot less stress, a lot less pressure. It's just food and drink and family. And you know something, I think about this for myself and my friends and family. It's such a good time to reach out to people you haven't talked to in a long time. So if you didn't get a hold of them over Thanksgiving, do it now. Pick up the phone. I also want to thank all my listeners out there because you're taking time out of your day to listen to my radio show. You're coming back from church. You're on your way to church. You're doing things around the house. You're cleaning the house like I am, fixing things in the yard and in the house and mowing the yard. And, you know, I just want you to know that I appreciate the opportunity to have you as a listener and as a client. My clients or my listeners have been so loyal to me over the years, and I'm grateful for it. And I just want to express this moment of gratitude. Sorry, I got a little choked up there. That I truly appreciate you. I'm a local business person. I've been in this town since 1962. I have raised my children here. I live in, my home is here. My business is here. My friends are here. I just got back from a high school reunion for Winter Park High School with my brother. And, you know, it's so good to see so many people that just really value this community. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate you in this community. I'm about taking care of my clients. I'm about taking care of my employees. I'm about taking care of my friends. And I think it's time that we really just take a second look at the way this country has gone and how we've just lost touch with good service and caring and trusting. And, you know, you want to do things for people that serves them. If you do enough for other people, you'll get all the things you want in life. You truly will. Just be fair, be honest, and be helpful to people. They'll come back to you. And that's what I'm hoping that you see in me. I never would mislead somebody. I won't mislead any. I had a client came into me this week and was struggling to recast their mortgage and was willing to refinance an $800,000 transaction with me. It was going to cost the guy $12,000 to refinance this big of a loan. And I said, you need to go back to your original mortgage company and renegotiate what's called a recast. Not a refinance, but a recast. He goes, well, why would you tell me to do that? And I said, because it's the right thing to do. That's why. I could have had him as a client. I make a living off doing mortgages, not sending you to another mortgage company, but it was the right thing to do. Now, he was having trouble with this mortgage company on recasting his loan. So if they don't do it, he's going to come back to me. But I told him how to fight that battle, and I'll tell you how to fight that battle. But I want to be the one that you can count on, is always going to give you sound advice, trusted advice. Look out for you. Look out for your kids and your family. Make sure that they've always got the right information from the loan arranger. I truly appreciate you as listeners. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And don't forget to register for my class at WeBringYouHome.com. It is my Leapfrog program showing you how to save money when you buy real estate and make a ton of money in real estate the easiest way you could. If you know somebody that hasn't refinanced yet, please, I ask you to refer them to me. If you know somebody that wants to buy a home, a primary residence, a first-time home buyer, please allow me the opportunity to help them. You can reach me at WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Or you can call me on my personal cell phone number at 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313. This is the Lone Ranger signing off today for the rest of this weekend. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back next Saturday with Cleve Loveland on Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger radio show. And I'll be back on this show next Sunday as well. Have a great weekend.